It is time to get excited. Welcome back to the channel, because in today's video, we're going to be talking about James Gunn announcing the Superman saga, and also we have heard and seen confirmation about Brainiac being considered in the first Superman movie, meaning that Brainiac is going to be a character that we are going to be seeing very soon in the DCU. We're going to be clarifying exactly what has been going on and what will be going on in the very near future. In the Peacemaker Season 2 world premiere in New York City, back on August 13th, James Gunn made a lot of significant announcements about the future of the DCU, and one of them was about the Superman saga. He has stated that he has already completed detailed treatment for the next chapter in this storyline and hopes to begin production very soon. I can't believe just how fast James Gunn has been working, because literally we have just finished watching Superman, and Superman is still in theaters, and the fact that he's already talking about we're going to be starting production very soon, like, bro, relax, have some rest. As a matter of fact, I was lying, don't have rest. Everything that James Gunn has been doing has been phenomenal work, and we're going to be seeing back-to-back projects for sure for the next 4 years, because we have Supergirl, Lanterns, Clayface, and Peacemaker Season 2 for the next year and a half. This is going to be insane. No wonder they're starting production very soon, because right after these 4 projects do release, most likely the next project is going to be Superman related. So he has stated, I have already finished the treatment for the next story and what I'll call the Superman saga. The treatment's done, which means a very, very worked out treatment. I'm working on that, and I'm hopefully going into production on that not too far away from today. So if you guys were wondering, what does it mean by having the treatment done? It basically means that the outline is finished, that they know the general idea on what this story is going to be about. Like, he knows exactly what every chapter for Superman is going to look like, what's going to happen to the character, who is he going to meet, what's going to be the theme, the settings, etc. And it really does seem like that when it comes to everything Superman related, James Gunn wants to have big influence on it, meaning he wants to micromanage everything Superman related. With every other character, like the Batman, Wonder Woman, the Flash, he's going to leave it up to other directors, but anything Superman related, James Gunn wants to be there. And I know that this is where things get very murky, because many will question, I thought that this phase of the DCU was called Gods and Monsters Chapter 1. Doesn't this go against the Superman saga? And I think that the Superman saga is something that we'll see within the chapter. We'll see many different stories, like the Batman saga, maybe the Wonder Woman saga. These are sagas contained within Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. The first saga that we're just going to see is going to be the Superman saga that is going to be held by James Gunn. Any other saga, any other storyline that will be created for any other character like the Batman, the Flash, Wonder Woman will be held by a different director. Think about it like this. For the Batman saga, it's most likely going to be held and nurtured by Matt Reeves. For the Superman saga, it's going to be held and nurtured by James Gunn within Gods and Monsters Chapter 1 DCU phase. So because James Gunn has been working so fast and finalizing the details for the Superman saga, expect for the sequel of Superman, once again, is most likely going to be the Super Family film to be releasing in the summer or any time of 2027. So we're talking about like very, very soon. And this would also be the year that the Batman Part 2 does release. Peter Safran also confirmed a few weeks ago that the Superman Family film is something that will exist. James Gunn also spoke to many people on social media, replying to the people on social media, also confirming that the next movie for Superman is going to be a Superman sequel, but not necessarily. It's going to be like, yes, a Superman 2, but it is going to be including other characters. So it could include characters like David Cornsweet's Superman, Millie Alcock Supergirl, we have Krypto, maybe even Superboy. It's been theorized that Gunn could be taking a ensemble approach, very similar to what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy and its style, meaning he's going to be using multiple perspectives to really deepen Superman's story. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about exactly who the main villain could be in the Superman Family film in just a few minutes. But going back to Peacemaker Season 2, I want to let everybody here know, and I want to make it very clear, if you guys are planning to see Peacemaker Season 2, please make sure that you guys watch the Superman film in theaters or when it does release digitally on Friday. Because the main reason why the Superman movie is going to be releasing in digital form is because James Gunn has made it clear that he wants people to know about Superman. He wants to know people to know about the story as well before we get into Peacemaker Season 2, because they really do connect. If you do not see Superman Superman and you go straight into Peacemaker Season 2, you will be lost. That is why Gunn emphasized crucial importance for this upcoming project that will release on August 21st, 2025. He stated, "We have the setting up of all the rest of the DCU in this season of Peacemaker. It's incredibly important. Lots of guest stars coming up, lots of characters that are going to show up that we have already met in Superman." And for me personally, I really do hope that this season does explain why we have seen such a mixture between the DCEU and the DCU. Like, how is James Gunn going to explain all that in this season? It has also been confirmed that the dynamic duo animated film will exist and it will be part of the DCU canon. This film is going to focus on the relationship between Dick Grayson and Jason Todd as the early Robins. So you can already see that DC is trying to condition us to make sure that we know about these characters before they do arrive in a Batman film in the future. So now let's talk about Brainiac, because James Gunn has confirmed multiple times that Brainiac was indeed considered as the main villain for the Superman movie until he decided to use Lex Luthor. In an interview back on July 2025, Gunn directly stated Brainiac was considered, yeah, and eventually we saw more compelling evidence of Brainiac's early involvement in a documentary on YouTube called Adventures in the Making of Superman, where we saw, I believe it was on the minute 217 mark, but this concept art that was released and you can clearly see Brainiac's head. That is his design. And it also did show right above it Superman, Supergirl, Krypto all flying together, but right below it, it is Brainiac. Like, they wanted the character to be there. So this whole thing is not random. Like, all of this is planned. I just think that Gunn is pushing for this character to show up in a future project, most likely in the Superman family film. So if you really think about it, James Gunn knows exactly how he's going to look like in live action, which is crazy to me. They have the designs. And the reason why Brainiac was ultimately removed from this film was because James Gunn knew that it already featured multiple villains like Lex Luthor, Ultraman the Engineer, and other threats. Adding Brainiac, which is like one of the most ultimate villains for Superman, it's just going to convolute the story. It's going to be too overcrowded. So with him being pushed into the Superman family film, it's going to do so many things. Like, for example, Brainiac has deep connections with Krypton. Supergirl also has memories of Brainiac from her time on Krypton. So it does create a personal connection between them. And I also do think that in the Supergirl film that will release next year, most likely we will get introduced to the character. We will see Brainiac maybe in a dream sequence. Maybe Supergirl sees some visions, there's some backflashes, and we'll see Brainiac destroying Krypton and some people on that planet or something crazy like that. You can already see how everything is building up. We get the Superman film, then the Supergirl film. We'll know those two characters by the end. We know that Brainiac will be a huge presence through the Supergirl film, and then it eventually leads to the Super family getting together to go on and attack Brainiac as the main threat. And yes, this character does represent a threat significant enough to require multiple members of the Superman family to work together. Like, this must happen. Like, this character has immense intellect, advanced alien tech, and connections to the Kryptonian history. I really do think that even if there is a strong conclusion for Brainiac in the Super family film, he will still remain as a cosmic threat through the DCU arc. And it is for sure going to be a huge deal to see Brainiac in live action, because we have never seen Brainiac as the main villain in any live action Superman film. We have seen him in various TV adaptations like Smallville, Krypton, and the Superman and Lois television series, but he has remained absent from any theatrical release for over 65 years since his debut back in 1958. So this will be the very first time. So there are so many plans that James Gunn has been building, and the DCU looks like it's going to be in a very strong position later down the line. Let me know in the comment sections down below. Are you excited to see Brainiac in live action? Do you believe that he is the villain that should be in the next Superman film, aka Super Family? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.